Once you've tracked it down,
Good morning,
go
Monster
and
Hunter
put a
fans
3-star
and future
hurtin' on
Monster
it.
Hunter
Oh, and one
fans.
more thing.
I
You're
am
being
in
timed.
the quest for the Baroth, but I'm not going to hunt the Baroth. I'm going to mess with the Diablos. I am in I think it's the Northwest camp. I put you underground in the Diablos area. So let us go see about this Diablos. A Diablos is a returning monster. Let's see, is he in there? I'm not seeing him just yet. This is his nest that we've just entered, and there he is.
That must be who rules the roost
As I
around
was
here.
saying,
Don't mess
Diablos
around
is
with
a
that.
returning monster in the Monster Hunter series. And Diabloses are pretty strong. So, as you can see, the amount of hit points that I have now just been taken from this guy. But as you can see, he'd got his horns stuck, which happens all the time. His horns do break off, as does his tail. But yeah, we're gonna try and see if we can maybe at least do some damage to him. In most of the Monster Hunter series, this was not my favorite monster to hunt. He was one of my least favorite to hunt because they like to bury themselves and will pop out of the ground. I do not think the Black Diablos will be coming back. Poor Kiamba is pretty close to dying, or has died. This is usually a monster you do not want to fight alone. It is pretty difficult to fight alone, but you know, we'll just give it a good old honest try. One thing I do love is I do love the being able to move while you are taking a potion, because in the old Monster Hunter games you couldn't. You just stood there, and then you did a little victory after you had taken the potions, which was kind of bad while you were fighting a monster. To just be like, oh yeah, I'm now healed up. And then you get smashed in the face by a Diablos. As you can see, I do have a Histrodon friend. I do not know how I did that, but apparently you can tame these smaller monsters. As you see, he is leaving. I don't know exactly how you do tame them. But yeah, I have a Custodon with me, a female one, who is going to help me until she sadly meets her end. I had to rest there for a minute because I let my stamina go down too quickly. But we're gonna keep going after. We will fail this mission if we do defeat this Diablos, because this is not what we're supposed to be fighting, but I wanted to fight it. As you can see, the Diablos is eating. Diabloses like cactuses. They really love cactuses. But as I was saying, the Black Diablos, I doubt will make a return in the Monster Hunter world. But the Black Diablos is... I fainted. The Black Diablos is a female in heat. But I am pretty sure it will not be returning. But I could be wrong. I'm gonna grab these supplies, pick them up, and we are going to head back out there, and I really want to defeat this Diablos. Just for the fun of it. As you see, it is a pretty cool design. I really do love the Diablos. As you can see, they do like to bury themselves and pop up out of the ground out of nowhere. Since this is not what I'm supposed to be fighting, it is a little stronger than the monster that I was supposed to be fighting, which is the Baron. But we're going to do a little bit of running, and we're going to come back and battle him some more. With the Diablos, you can... One thing that you could do that helps you break the horns, if he still has his horns and hasn't gotten them broken off, you could actually have him run into the wall and he'll get his horns stuck, which is what he did earlier that you really couldn't see it. As I was healing in his little nest, he had gotten his horns stuck in that pillar of stone. And I'm pretty sure he's a little mad, which is of course going to make him go under. And as you can see, he just kind of pops out of the ground and kind of gets you. There we go. I finally toppled him over. We're going to do some demon moding. And we're going to wail on him. And he's going to take off. So before we go after him, I'm going to sharpen, because our... we are almost dull, and I'm going to turn this back to the potions because I'm going to need them. I don't have very many of the mega potions, but yeah, let us see if we can. We're going to open our map.
You can fast travel back to
on the
camp
map,
simply by
it
selecting
will
from the
show
wildlife map.
any of the monsters that we have found, which is the Diablos. So he's over there. As it read, this is the ruler of the Wild Spire, extremely territorial, with prediction of the extremely territorial with the of a sudden change. They are very territorial. They are very hard to fight. As you can see, they love to dig under the ground and then just pop up on you. That's what makes it so difficult to fight, is they just like to pop up out of nowhere. To counteract the going under, I do not think I have sonic bombs, but if I had sonic bombs, you could just do a sonic bomb and he'd pop right out of the ground. And again, I wasn't watching my health there, so that's why I died there. I was busy fighting him.
The target is proving to be elusive. Take a good look at the wildlife map and pay close attention to your scout flies too.
As she's telling me that I need to pay attention, but I have not been fighting the right monster. I've been fighting a different monster. I have not been back here. Look at all these little lizards. One thing that I did learn in watching some of the cool little things that they were telling about Monster Hunter World is you could capture them and put them in your house. And they could be your little pets. Which I would love to have a ton of little lizards running around my house. I am completely lost in here. This is a nice little spot. But apparently I cannot figure out how to get out. That is just me. Just not figuring it out. Some of these caves are a little confusing. I mean, this is something new. So I haven't really been able to do much with this. As you can see, I finally got myself out. Once I start playing more, I will be able to, you know, find my ways out of caves and stuff. But I haven't really adventured that much. I have just been playing the actual quests, which usually do not bring me over here. But I wanted to mess around with a few of the other monsters that are around here. And we're come back, my old friend, to mess with you some more. Because I enjoy getting myself beat up by a mean old territorial Diablos. This is me just having fun. I'm not, I doubt I'll actually be able to kill him. But I enjoy messing with him. He is tired, as you can see. He is slowing down a little bit. If I could get him to... Oh, I got hit by the tail. I was hoping he would turn around. I was going to try to get him to plow into this rock. But, hasn't go according to plan. Oh, he has got himself stuck. He's got one of his horns stuck in that rock. But yeah, as I was saying, they could get their horns stuck in a pillar if you really wanted them to get stuck at that pillar. But he still has to have his horns. If you break off his horns, then of course it's not going to work. Just emote this up and do some good damage to him. There he goes, digging back underground. He may be, oh no, I thought he was leaving, but, no, he's not. He's just trying to get me. I'm in his territory. Team this bad boy up again. I was hoping I could at least break one of it, like a horn or a tail before the end of this quest, but doesn't look like I will be able to do that. I mean, it's kind of hard for a dual blade user to cut off the tail. And I fainted again. I wasn't really watching my health there, and I probably shouldn't have gotten in front of him. That was my mistake. I got distracted. But as I was saying, with being a dual blade user, it is pretty hard sometimes to cut off monsters' tails or the horns. It is doable, but it is super hard to do it. Usually I can only reach the feet and topple him over. Usually when I topple him over is when I can get to the tail. If you want to be able to cut off tails, you usually, the weapon you would most likely use to do that would be like a long sword or a great sword. And for horns, you usually want to use like a hammer. Hammer, hunting horn, great sword works too for that. Most things that do like blood damage for the horns. Try to avoid him. He is doing a lot of damage to me because the this armor is not a very strong armor, as is most of the armors that are in this beta. It is possible to do it. There's the Baroth, that is what we were supposed to be going after, but that is not what we're going after. I think he went back down into his nest. Yes, he's back in his nest. So we are going to actually go down there. With the, over here, that little quicksand spot that we were at is, he will pop out of there. If you are battling the Baroth and you do annoy him, he will come out there, but, we just went straight to the nest to get him. Let us use these fireflies to stun him and blind him a little bit, which will help us out a little bit. Usually a Diablos is more of a 4-team monster to go after. I mean, you can solo him, but he is a hard monster to solo. It is doable, but I'm not the greatest monster hunter in the world. There are people that are so much better than I am. I mean, I'm not too bad, I would think. But again, this is very low rank armor, so it makes it looks like I may have broken a leg or maybe a wing. I may have gotten a wing. He's gonna pop back out and I'm gonna die. I still have 5 continues, but I don't have much time left. So away we go after him again, because we don't have much time. I didn't think that I would be able to defeat him. I just decided I'd have a little bit of fun with him. Oh, it looked, I broke one of his horns apparently, actually. He is now missing a horn. I'm actually surprised I was able to do that, but I probably did it when he was coming down. But if you really want to get rid of the horns really quickly, a hammer or any blunt weapon would be the better bet for those. Range weapons, of course, work very well on getting rid of that too. But I'm not very well with any of the range weapons. But that was the Diablos. And I hope you enjoyed it, but I'm sorry I couldn't defeat him.